Hello everyone, I am Professor Shitole Pooja. I have completed my MSc in Statistics. From today, we are going to learn the subject Stat 241 Business Statistics. The course credits are 1 plus 2, that is equal to 3. One is for theory course and 2 credits for the practical course. First of all, we see origin of statistics. The word statistic derived from the Latin word stats or Italian word statista or German word statistic, which means a political state. Sir Ronald A. Fisher is known as the father of statistics. Now the next is definition of statistics. Statistics is a branch of mathematics which deals with collection of data, representation of data, analysis of data, and last is conclusion of data. It's all about data. So first we see what is mean by data. We all know that data means the information collected through the censuses or surveys or other sources called as the data. But in statistical language, what is mean by data? Values of characteristic under study is nothing but the data. For example, suppose I am interested in calculating average mark of student of statistics subject. So I have collected the data of 5 students of statistics subject out of 40 marks. So I am interested in marks of the student. So these marks of student is called as the characteristic. Okay, called as characteristic. I have collected the data for 5 students. So first student got 30 marks, second student got 35 marks, third student got 25 marks, fourth 40 marks, and last is got 20 marks. So this is the values of characteristic under study, so called as the data. Single value is not a data. Values of characteristic under study is nothing but the data. Okay, so the first step of statistic is to collect the data. That means the gathering the information. Now the second is representation of data. What does it mean by representation of data? Representation of data containing all the diagrams and graphs. Once we collected the data, then the next step is to represent the data using the diagrams and graphs. There are the different types of diagrams and graphs. For example, simple bar diagram, subdivided bar diagram, multiple bar diagram, pie chart, histogram, etc. Okay, these types of diagrams and graphs we will see in the next lecture. Okay, now the third step is the analysis of data. What is mean by analysis of data? Analysis of data contains all the calculation. For example, in previous example, I am interested into calculating the average marks of the student. Okay, so how to calculate average? Sum of all observations divided by total number of observation. This total number of observation is always denoted by small n. So here n is equal to, here there are 5 observations, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here n is equal to 5. So average is equal to sum of all observation divided by total number of observation. Here n is equal to 5. But what is the sum of all observation? So sum of all observation means 30 plus 35 plus 25 plus 40 plus 20 whole divided by n is equal to 5. So this is nothing but the calculation part. So analysis of data means all the calculations. Okay, now the last step is the conclusion of data. Conclusion means result. Okay, suppose in previous example, my average marks of the student is suppose 25. Okay, so what is my result? The result is the average marks of the student of statistics subject is 25. This is the conclusion of data. That means the result of data. So this is the definition of statistics. Statistics is a branch of mathematics which deals with collection of data, representation of data, analysis of data, and last is conclusion of data. Now the next is uses of statistics in agriculture. Statistics used everywhere. It is used in the banking sector, it is used in the economic sector, it is used in education, it is used in banking, it is used in astronomy, it is used everywhere. But what are the uses of statistics in agriculture? So first, in plant breeding and genetics. Okay, statistics is directly related to the plant breeding and genetics. A breeder takes the help of statistical techniques to analyze the breeding data growing the qualitative or quantitative types of variety or fruits or flowers. Okay, now the second in entomology. Statistics plays an important role to see the distributional pattern of the insects occurring on a particular vegetable or crop with the help of various statistical models under some realistic assumptions. Now the third, plant pathology. Statistics is useful in analysis the plant pathological data by using different types of transformation because such data which occur into the countable or percentage form do not follow the normal distribution. Therefore, statistical transformations are very much needed to analyze such kinds of data. Now, the next in extension. Statistics is also advantageous for the analysis of extension activities data. It really helps to study the area, production and productivity of sample farmers takes into the consideration. Now, the next in agronomy. It is also useful in agronomy. Statistics helps in layout and designing of experiment conducted in different types of depth, tillage, fertilizer, irrigation, etc. Now the next in horticulture. The data of the different indices, percentage, acidity, etc. of the fruit plants can be analyzed with the help of correlation and regression techniques. Now the next in soil science. The statistical tools are very much useful in analyzing the different kinds of soil science data. The number of samples to be required for test of significance will be performed by sampling techniques, which is very important aspect of statistical tools. Now the last in forestry. The statistical techniques are useful for the kind of data where the plants and trees together are grown. Several new designs have been developed to lead out the experiments in the field of forestry. These are the uses of statistics in agriculture. Okay, now the next is limitation of statistics. What is mean by limitation? Limitation is nothing but the restrictions of statistics. Okay, what is the first limitation of statistics? Statistics does not apply for single observation. It applies only for group of observation. What does it mean? Suppose for example, I am interested in calculating the average marks of student. Okay, so I have collected the data for only one student. So mark of student, one student got 10 marks. So how to calculate average? Average is calculated as sum of all observation divided by total number of observation. And all know that total number of observation is denoted by small n. So here small n is equal to 1. For calculating average, we need at least 2 observations. Okay, here we have only one observation. So statistic does not apply for single observation. It applies only for the group of observations. Okay, now the next limitation is statistic does not apply for qualitative data. It applies only for quantitative data. First of all, we see what is the difference between qualitative data and quantitative data. See, the quantitative data means measures the values or counts and express in a number. Simply, the quantitative data means numbers. Quantitative data are data about the numeric variables, for example, how many, how much, or how often. But what is mean by qualitative data? The qualitative data are measures of types and may represented by names, symbols, or the number code. Okay. So quantitative data means number, but qualitative data means attribute which measures the types, name, symbols or number code. Okay, see the difference. Quantitative data means the result of counting, that means numerical values, but qualitative data means attributes, that means categories. Okay, for example, suppose quantitative data examples, amount of money you have. So we can measure the amount of money. For example, suppose I have 5 rupees, 6 rupees, 7 rupees, etc. Height we can measure. Suppose 155 centimeter height, 156 centimeter, 165 centimeter. Okay, weight also we can measure. Number of people living in your town we can measure. Number of students who take the statistics we can measure. But see the examples of qualitative data. Hair color, we can't measure the hair color. We just say that my hair color is black, brown or white. Same blood type, we can't measure the blood type. We just say that my blood group is A positive, B positive, AB positive or O positive. Same, the car a person drives, we just say that I drive Audi car, okay, etc. Is the street a person lives on, we just say that, not measure. So simply the quantitative data means the data we can measure, and qualitative data means we can't measure. Okay, this is the difference between quantitative data and qualitative data. So the second limitation of statistic does not apply for qualitative data, it applies only for quantitative data. For example, suppose my data is black, brown, white. Okay, I want to calculate the average of this data. So how to calculate average? Average is calculated as sum of all observation divided by total number of observation. Here the total number of observations is 3. So sum of all observation, black plus brown plus white. So how to calculate black plus brown plus white? The given data is qualitative data. So we can't calculate the sum of observations of qualitative data. So statistic does not apply for qualitative data. It applies only for the quantitative data. Now the third limitation is statistics can be misused. What does it mean? If statistical methods are used by the less expert hands, will lead to inaccurate result. Statistics is applied only when you are expert person. So statistical tools is used by the expert person for accurate result, and if the statistical methods used by the less expert hands will lead to inaccurate result. Okay, now the next limitation is statistical laws true only on average. For example, suppose there are two sections. Suppose section A, section B. This section A and section B containing the 4 students having the marks of particular subject. Suppose one student got, in section A, one student got 10 marks, second 20, third is 30, then 40. Similarly, section B containing suppose 15, then 25, then again 20, and last is 40. Okay, so average, I want to interested in calculating the average of section A and section B students. Okay, suppose average of section A student is 25, average marks of the student in section B is 25. So average is same. If the average of two section of students in statistics subject is same or particular subject is same, it does not mean that all the 4 students in section A has got same marks as in B. There is much variation in marks. See, there is the much variation in the marks. So we get the average. This is the fourth limitation of statistics. Statistical laws true only on average. Okay, now the next limitation is statistics can apply only when there is the variability in the data. What is mean by variability? Variability means the spread. Okay, suppose for example, the data is 10, 10, 10, 10 and 10. I want to calculate average, mode. These are the statistical tools. Median. Okay, so how to calculate average? Sum of all observation divided by total number of observation. Here all observations are 10. There are 5 observation, but without formula we directly tell that the average is 10 because here all observations are constant. Same mode. Mode is the most repeated observation. Here all data is constant, so mode is 10. Here median. Median is the middlemost observation which divide the data into 2 equal parts when data arranged in ascending or descending order. Here simply median means middlemost observation. Here middlemost observation is 10. So median is 10. So statistics can apply only when there is the variability in the data. Here all observations are equal, so all answers are same. So without applying formula we directly tell the answers. So statistics can apply only when there is the variability in the data. This is the limitation of statistics. Now the next point is data and its types. What is the definition of data? Data is nothing but the values of characteristic under study. Data is nothing but the information collected through the census or surveys in routine manner or other sources called as the raw data or just data. There are two types of the statistical data. One is primary data and second is secondary data. First of all, we see what is the difference between primary and secondary data. First, primary data. Primary data are those data which are collected for first time. They are original in character. They are in the shape of raw material. What does it mean? Primary data are those data which is collected by user itself. Suppose I want the data of marks of the student. So if I collected the data myself, then this data is called as the primary data for me, because this data is collected by user itself. Okay, so called as the primary data. Primary data is more original data because this data is collected by user itself. For primary data, need more manpower, money and time while collecting this data. Okay, and for primary data, no need of more precaution while using this data, because this data is more original, because the data is collected by user itself or interviewer itself. Now, what are the sources of primary data? The primary data may be collected by using any one of the following method. Direct personal interview, that is face-to-face interview. So by using the interview, we collected the primary data. Same, indirect oral investigation or telephonic interview, schedules and questionnaires. These are the sources of primary data. Now the second is secondary data. The primary data means the data collected by user itself. But what is mean by secondary data? The data is collected by someone other than user, then such data is called as the secondary data. Okay, for example, suppose I want the marks of the students of particular subject. If I ask the marks to student directly, then such data is called as the primary data. But if I collected the data from office records, then that data is secondary for me, because this data is collected by someone other than me, so called as the secondary data. Okay, they are secondary in character. They are in the shape of finished products. For primary data, we need more manpower, money and time. But for secondary data, we need less manpower, money and time while collecting this, because this data is collected by someone other already. Okay, now in secondary data, need more precaution while using this data, because this data is collected by someone other. So we need the more precaution while using this data. Okay, what are the sources of secondary data? Secondary data may be collected by official publication of central government, state government, local government, foreign government. If the data is collected from technical trade journals like economics, commerce, this is also the secondary type data. Published book, published dailies, weeklies, monthlies, or data is collected from reports submitted by economists, research scholars, research workers, trade unions, labor bureaus, chamber of commerce, or if the data is collected from websites, this data is also secondary. Okay, now suppose examples. A door-to-door survey is one of the way to collect the data. The door-to-door survey, that means the data is collected by face-to-face situation. Okay, or collected by user itself. So such data is called as the primary data. Okay, now the second is data collected from organizational records is the example of. The data is collected from the records. That means the data is collected by someone other than user. So such data is called as the secondary data. Okay, so the next topic we will see in the next lecture. Thank you.